Welcome to the Sangat of the Divine Light. Today, I would like to talk about the vibration of Oangkaar. That vibration which exists throughout the universe and in each and every one of us. Please close your eyes, relax your mind, close the doors, make yourself a quiet space. This is your time. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, with his lifelong companion, was sitting by the banks of the Bay River. Mardana Ji, the companion, noticed that today there was something different about Babaji. Babaji was in quiet and deep contemplation. Babaji had not spoken to anyone. Mardana Ji had never seen this side of Babaji. Then, without any notice, Baba Nanak Dev Ji stood up. He removed his outer garb and slowly began to make his way towards the flowing river. Mardana Ji was not sure what was unfolding in front of his eyes. He watched in alarm, frozen in one place. What was Babaji doing? Why is Babaji acting so strange? And as these thoughts were flying around in his mind, Guruji put one foot into the Bay River, and step by step, the flowing river started to rise from Guruji's ankles to his knees, to his waist, up to his chest, up to his chin, and he submerged into the water. Mardana Ji panicked. But frozen, he observed what was going on, watching moments turning into minutes, minutes turning into hours, hours turning into 2 days. Guruji was nowhere to be seen. Up and down the banks, Mardana Ji ran. Guruji, where are you? People from the other village connected. Mardana Ji, what is going on? Why are you shouting? Guruji has disappeared into the water. And a massive search went on. As Mardana Ji started the search of his master, but Guru Nanak Dev Ji was nowhere to be seen. Tired, despondent, crying His master had gone. Mardana ji sat by the banks. And just as Guruji had disappeared, on the third day Guruji appeared. And the first words he spoke was the Mool Mantra, the start of which was Ek Oangkaar, the one ever present, ever steady, formless Lord who is present in everything. If we go back before time, there was nothing, just pure stillness. A timeless reality. This was a time of no witness. The distance between one point to another was beyond measure. Just a complete expanse. Infinity within infinity. In the Gurbani, that state of nothingness has been described as Arvada Narvada Tundu Kara Taranna Gagana Hukamaya Para Nadina Renana Chandana Suraj Sonna Samadha Lagaeda. Utter darkness. No earth, no sky, no day, no night. Just the one divine Shakti in primal Samadhi. No air, no water, no language, no creation, no source of creation, no heaven and no hell, no death and no time, just the one prime Shakti. Furthermore, the description of that time in the Guru Granth Sahib, Oangkaar kar kar ekakva upasa upasara. Through the natural form. What is natural form? It's a term which is used a lot in the scriptures. Natural is a state of poise, perfect stillness. And from the natural form of Ek Oangkaar came the Chanchal form. Chanchal is the vibrational form of Ek Oangkaar. Something that starts moving. Somebody's mind is moving all the time is Chanchal. Meaning from stillness came movement. The formless took form, causing the expansion, Pasao, Pasara, meaning the expansion of the universe. Bhai Gurdas Ji goes on further to explain the expansion of the manifested Ek Oangkaar. Ek du Kodarat Lakh Kar, Lakh Byante Sankhya Para. The creative force of Ek Oangkaar created countless, endless, infinite forms of the universe. Roma Roma vich rakhyana kar brahmand karod samara. And in each single hair means Rome, hair. There are millions upon millions of universes in each hair. This just goes to show the infinite nature of the universe. Oangkaar was the seed, the light and the vibration of all creation. You have all heard of Om. But why Ek Oangkaar? Why the difference? There is a general belief that there are three Shaktis in motion. The creator, the preserver, and the destroyer. Brahma, who creates the universe, Vishnu, who preserves the universe, and Shiva, who destroys the universe. However, Guru Nanak Dev Ji states that in fact, those three individual Shaktis are not individual Shaktis. That the creator, the preserver, and the destroyer is the one Shakti, just the one. They are manifestations of the one. They are not three separate Shaktis. This is a fundamental difference. And in this way, the creator in itself became part of creation. And in this creation, in every color, every sound, every rhythm, there was vibration. The minerals, vegetables, animal kingdom, human kingdom, air, water, vibrations everywhere. Nirgun, that Shakti which was beyond the vision, became Sargun, that Shakti which we see with our eyes. And the Nirgun, when it became the Sargun, then the Nirgun started to exist in the play of Sargun, as well as keeping its identity of Nirgun. In this way, the whole of creation started to vibrate in the vibrations of the cosmic essence of Ik Oangkaar. Ik meaning one. Not three Shaktis, one Shakti. Ik Oangkaar was the password to enlightenment, to oneness, and it encapsulated within it the secrets of the universe. Ik Oangkaar is that power that cannot be destroyed, cannot be described, a vibration that remains a constant echo in the universe. Guru Gobind Singh Ji, the 10th Guru of the Sikhs, in his divine writings, right? Oangkaar ad katniya naad, Om ad rupe anadi sarupe. Oangkar is the primordial sound that created the universe. The sound cannot be heard by human faculties. Rather, it is a sound that is heard by the mind when absorbed in its divine godly self. And this Ik Oangkar mantra, the Mool mantra, can literally change your fate and rewrite the destiny of the seeker. It is the gateway to supreme liberation. Layers and layers of vibrations of Oangkar are superimposed in the countless universes, the countless suns, the moons. Spirals and spirals of universes, all wrapped in the vibration of the Oangkar, the Ik Oangkar. All of the visible and the invisible was connected through the flow of this vibration. Oangkar was a birthplace of all that we can see and all that is beyond our vision. I want you to focus into this Oangkar, quieten your mind, quieten your thoughts. Oangkaar was the source of all spiritual knowledge. All that man seeks lies in the Oangkaar, an immense vibrational power. And in this creation, humans became a musical note. And the experiences of life itself became the music that we started to dance to. This became the cosmic play. Matti ka putala kaise nachata hai. We were dancing to the experiences of the music of life. As we moved from this profound silence of creation into the physical world of motion, we started to create a movement, also known as furnas. Movement of body, movement of the mind, which is a furna, movement of eyes, hands, feet, etc., etc., etc. And as a consequence, from the absolute peace that we were, we became an instrument of motions. For 1 second, look at yourself and see how much motion, how much motion, how much motion there is. Our thoughts, our eyes, our hands, our feet, non-stop. And each motion became a vibration. Every thought, every word started to create vibrations. And each vibration in itself became a creator of many more vibrations. Our one thought will create many vibrations, many vibrations. And in this way, our absolute silent state of stillness became active. The peace of the once original silent life was no more. And over time, due to our environmental exposures, our Sangat, meaning our company that we keep, and later on as a consequence of the circle of reincarnations, they all started to dictate the outcome of the vibrations in which we began to move and sleep in. Consequently, all our sensations, whether they were of pain or pleasure, spiritual and enlightened, were all rooted in a certain grade of vibration as defined by our exposures and experiences due to our karma. Oangkaar, the Ik Oangkaar, is the whisper beyond the senses of our existence. A whisper. And for a spiritual seeker, the recital of the Ik Oangkaar will activate the 3 qualities: life, purpose, and destination. 3 qualities. And the life, purpose, and destination was simply to absorb oneself into the abyss of Oangkaar whilst living a life in a family, doing your business, raising your children, enjoying your life, but to absorb yourself in this abyss of Ik Oangkaar. The spiritualists realize that the echo of the Ik Oangkaar is ever present, beyond destruction, imperishable. It's the unknown and the unknown, the beginning, the present, the future. And to live in Oangkaar and finally merge back into Oangkaar should have been the objective of our life. So why do we struggle to connect with Oangkaar? Unfortunately, due to the forces of Maya, our expectations, desires, lack of understanding of who we are, What is our purpose? Are we more than just eating, sleeping, and being merrymaking? Is there more to our life? And in absence of those thoughts, we got lost in this world. Lost souls who had been influenced by the play of deception. The illusions of the world started to choke our relationship with the divine. And as a result, our life lost its beauty, its sense of purpose and destination. The temptation of Maya is strong. Those who practice meditation, they will know. Try getting up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning to meditate, to watch a movie or having a party. No problems. We will be up all night long. Not an issue. We're having a laugh. We're having a blast. But when it comes to getting up in the morning and simply meditating, and the alarm bell rings and we're holding on to our duvet, by God, is it difficult. The temptation of Maya is so strong that only the brave will jump out of bed in the early hours of the morning, have a shower, sit down and meditate. We started to dance to the strings of Maya, and consequently, we have starved our soul from the word of the divine. And as a result, we have lost our smile, the joy, our purity, all the promises that we carry within us, all destroyed by Maya. So what do? We know where we are. You know where you are, how happy you are, how anxious you are, how worried you are, all the pain of attachments, the expectations that you will never fulfill in your life because you can give and give and give and give and give, but that one time you cannot give, that's it. Everything that you've done will be watered over. You do nothing for me. And we need to reduce our dependency from that illusion. It is an illusion. It is no more than an illusion. People fall in love. And then what happens? When things go pear-shaped, they absolutely hate each other because people do not understand what the concept of love was. And in this way, many, many lives we have gone through. And we have forgotten that our soul is of unmeasurable value. You have a diamond ring and it's an expensive ring. You make sure you insure it, you put it away, you keep an eye on it, and how you cry when you lose it. And yet, this soul inside us, what value do you put to that soul? But in the temptations of Maya, we simply make it worthless. And Maya holds our soul captive to its clutches. Little by little, we are losing our soul to Maya. How we struggle with obedience to the divine. How we struggle with faith in the divine. How we struggle, and the mind is full of doubt. Ask yourself one question. Where is our heart when we meditate? Is it in our prayers? Is it with the divine? In whom or in what does our affection lie? Do you truly love the divine? So to realign back to our spiritual origins, Guruji says, Sangat, 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 Shabd, Shabd, Shabd. Sangat of the preordained, Sangat of the self-enlightened, Sangat, Sangat, Sangat. Ask a question, what is your soul worth to you? Put value to your soul, because Maya will not. And I can assure you, neither will all these relationships that you invest so much time in. They will not. Shabd and Sangat of the self enlightened, they will make you strong. And understand one thing, they will remind you that your soul is eternal. You existed before this life, you will exist beyond this life. But the temptations of this illusion are simply temporary. You raise your children and you spend so much time, and when you're old, off you that you put away into an old people's home, you're sitting there looking outside the window, and where's your family that you invested so much time in? Where are they? And you're sitting there hoping to see them once a year with a cake or a birthday card. And yet you put years of your life in that relationship. These are the illusions we need to rise above. We cannot have both our one foot in the world and one foot with the divine. It doesn't work. Understand that if you allow Maya to shape your soul, the personalities that we will demonstrate to this world will not be desirable. If we allow the divine Shabd, the Oangkaar, to shape our soul, then the personality that we will demonstrate to the world will truly be beautiful, harmonizing, pure. And in this process, we will enjoy the furthest, the highest, the most deepest dimensions of our spirituality. A soul which is corrupted by Maya will cause much damage to others. It will create hell on earth. And a soul which is sold to the Shabd will create heaven on earth, peace and harmony. If lust covers the soul, it will lead the soul into sexual temptations. Anger will lead the soul towards many vicious acts. Pride will make you think, me. There is no other God. I did it. I did it. I did it. Me, me, me. So all our pattern of behaviors will be dependent upon whichever thought blanket we cover the soul with. Imagine an office. And in this office, there are 33 trillion files. And the neurosurgeons say that our brain is like that office. 33 trillion files. Those files that operate our breathing, our organs, the heart, the emotions, the perceptions, and on and on and on, keeping everything in balance. 33 trillion. And what feed these files? By and large, are thoughts. And certain thoughts which arise from sensory organs of eyes and ears, which will have a profound effect on what we think, having a profound effect on our emotions, our perceptions, our anxiety, our stress. And therefore, Guruji guided us to spend as much time as possible in the company of the self-enlightened souls and keep away from that Sangat which will feed one with the virus of negativity, and to practice Shabd mantra. In this way, our thoughts will start to develop more towards the divine and less towards the false attachments. The divine will start to become a bigger part of our life. This will eradicate the Maya-infested illness of the mind. Our focus and concentration on the Oangkaar will become more strong. The vibration will become audible, and we will become more peaceful. So find the Sangat, find Sangat. There is no other way. Understand one thing. This is not a path of arguing, showing how intellectual you are. This is not that path. Every thought that goes into your mind is like a thunderbolt, and it has a profound impact on our soul. Every thought is like a thunderbolt. So find the company of the enlightened. They will monitor you, they will lead you, they will guide you. You know why? Because they've done the path. We have this one life. One life. No more. You want to waste it in frustration? Your choice. You want to better yourself? Even today, it's not too late. Today. Forget yesterday. That's the past. Whoever said to you, whatever they said to you, whoever hurt you, drop it. Do not let your past become your future, because that will destroy your present. Don't freeze yourself in this time machine of somebody said this to me 20 years ago, 25 years. Let go. Because if you don't, you are still the victims of those same people. Everybody has challenges. If you live in this world, you have the challenge of raising children, money, paying bills, health. But the spiritualist has their own challenges. There is no such thing as a challenge-free life. But the end result of a spiritual life is beautiful, because not only will you become beautiful, you will make many people more beautiful. Just through one word, you will emancipate many people. Once this vibration of the Om touches you, and you can hear it. Our mind is polluted with negative experiences, the hurts, the pains, over many lives. The Shabd is pure. We are impure. So there is no match. It's not going to match. The Shabd will never become impure. So we have to become pure. We have to, with the blessings of the divine, with the blessings of the Sangat, is to start working on the purity of our mind. And when our mind becomes compatible with the Shabd, you will enjoy meditation. On the path of meditation, you will get many experiences. Do not focus on those experiences. They will hold you, they will trap you. The subtler you go into meditation, the more subtle these experiences will become. And people get lost. I've experienced this, and they've missed the objective of meditation. nature, stillness, and our mind has to be still. It has to rise above the three gunas. And for that, you need Sangat. Somebody who can guide you, somebody who can say, hold on, you need to make improvements. We have one life. Let's make it count. Let's live a beautiful life. Let's rise above all this pain of expectations and smile. You were born with a smile on your face. Somebody had to slap you on your backside when you're a baby to cry. Now we find it very difficult to smile. We have everything, but our smile has disappeared. We are like that child who's lost in the fairground because they've lost their parents. This soul belongs to the divine. It will never get satisfaction with how big your house is, how big your car is, how much money you have in your bank balance. It will never be satisfied with that. Its satisfaction lies when it's connected with the divine. And when the soul is connected with the divine, you will have an abundance. Anything that you wish in life will happen. That is how rich our Father is. You do not need to beg from other people. You will become givers. Each and every one of you is seeded with this gift. Each and every one of you, seeded with this beautiful, beautiful potential. Hire jaisa janam hai, kaudi badle jaye. It's life, it's life. You cannot even buy giving diamonds and diamonds and diamonds. But yet we waste it over pennies. We just waste it. Anger, frustration, annoyed and happy, and beautiful time is just slipping by. That moment that's gone, it's not going to come back. It's gone. And if your mind is connected with the divine, it'll be beautiful. If your mind is connected with the people, it'll be hostile and angry and frustrated. It'll be up and down and up and down and up and down. Happy today, sad tomorrow, angry, frustrated. We don't need that. You don't need that. But meditation is hard. But it's worth it. God bless you, all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. I do not know much, but whatever little I know, I'm more than happy to share. I am your servant. You are the Sangat. Sangat is superior. In the Sangat exists the divine. And it's an honor for me to be here. God bless you. Thank you, James.
Thank you, Baji. Dear Sangat, does anybody have a question that's relevant to tonight's discourse? Okay, we have a raised hand from Florida, and we also have a question in the chat as well. Florida, would you like to lower your hand and ask your question, Please, Jean.
Thank you so much for a very special message today, Bator. So much. My question is, you have mentioned that regarding meditating at 3 o'clock in the morning or 2, I am meditating now at 5 o'clock. I started at 6:30. I'm getting closer and closer to that time. Is it necessary to do it at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning?
Amrit Vela Satyanam Vadiyai Vichar. However, it's not strict, because if you have health problems, your work problems, any issues like that, yeah, Har Guru Govind te ayya sad Amrit Vela Vah Vah Govind Singh Ate Gurchela. If you have certain jobs you cannot get up in the morning, it's like if you're a doctor, you're working day and night, it's not possible. If you are free and you have no problems at all and you can sleep on time, then yes, you should. It's an ambrosial hour. It's a peaceful hour. And more importantly, spiritualists throughout the world, they're all meditating, and there's this beautiful energy which is circulating in the air. It's unpolluted energy. Yeah. And what you're doing is you're tapping into that energy, and that energy is helping you focus. Yeah. The temples are open, the spiritualists are meditating, and somebody's saying Ram, and somebody's saying Allah, and somebody's saying Vaheguru, and somebody's saying, and so the whole atmosphere is very beautiful and very peaceful. But if you have health issues, of course you cannot. If you have job problems, of course you cannot. So more importantly than the time is how you meditate, the focus, your obedience, your concentration. That is far more important. But if you have time, it was the Guru's preferred time, Amrit Vela. Yeah, so that's. Yeah. So, but I wouldn't lose any sleep over at Florida, yeah? Okay?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, relax, don't worry about that. Mm.
Thank you. We have a question in the comments. It's from Gulwan Singh, and it's asking, what do you mean by subtle meditation?
I don't think I use the term subtle meditation.
Okay, yes.
Mm. Yeah. But even so,
Would you like to...
even so, James, I would add that you have the Waheguru, what you use for your tongue. But then when you go deeper into that, you go with your breathing. Yeah, you all you're doing is you're going to the subtler layers of yourself. And then you go beyond that and you go into the conscious meditation. Yeah, so there are very, very, very distinct layers of meditation, but we have to start by saying it and listening to it. Yeah, hearing is the first steps to any spiritual progress. Not listening, hearing. Hear the Guru's word, don't just listen to it. And once you hear it, then follow it. There's a problem in any relationship. Everybody's listening, but nobody's hearing. You have a husband and wife shouting on top of each other. They're all trying to get each other to listen, but no one's hearing. Yeah, and Guruji says, Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, hear, learn to listen. And then implement. Suniya said peace or na, suniya tartavala ka, suniya deep lopada, suniya koina sake ka, nanak bhagwan sada biga, suniya dupa, suniya, listen. Hear what the divine is telling you. Yeah. Understand one thing. First and foremost in spirituality, you've got to get your attributes right. How to talk, what to listen to, how to behave. Okay? These are the declarations that we need to do first. It is no good sitting there saying, Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Ram, Ram, Allah, Allah. You come out and you're angry and you're frustrated and you know, no. It will not get you anywhere. Path parivar bed vicharyo nival pihangam sadha. You know what nival pihangam is? Nival pihangam is those yoga people that rotate their belly over like this. You see them do this. And the scriptures say, you're reading the scriptures, you are understanding your scriptures, you are doing all the yoga, but what about the 5 thieves inside you? The anger, the frustration, calm, lust, growth, anger, attachment. You haven't addressed them. Pyare in bid milan na jayi. My beautiful spiritual brother, sister, this is not the way you're going to meet your divine. Okay. Divine attributes first. And where do you get those divine attributes? From the divine Sangat. And then when you pray, your meditation, whichever job that you watch, the profound peace it will give you. If you have not learned how to sit in the school, you're not going to understand the lesson. Remember, we were talking about the 4 stages of Lama. And I've only done the 3. I will do the 4th and recap the whole through the 4th stage of a journey of a spiritualist to a final merger with the divine. Is learn to sit and hear. But we all want to talk about the higher levels of spirituality when we haven't even learned to sit. We have filthy mouths. The way we behave is filthy. We have no love for anybody. We have no tolerance for anybody. We have no care for anybody. We have no consideration for somebody else's feelings. And then we think that we are following the divine path. You're only kidding yourself, no one else. And I will share these hard facts with you because I'm not in any way sold to anybody, because I don't need anybody's following and I don't need anybody's money. I will tell you the truth. No one will challenge this truth. And if you follow this truth, I promise you one thing, through the power of the Shabd, we will watch what you will achieve. Not because of me, I am nothing, but through the power of the ancient teachings and the Shabd Mantra and the power of the Sangat. Satya Chandrama Disa Nahi Keh Chadya, the moon of the truth has all but disappeared. Everything is sold, everything has money, value, monetary value. Even the name of God has been monetary value. You are divine, all of you, all of us. Find it. Find your divinity. Remove the obstacles that are preventing you. You don't need to be aggressive to anyone. It's not your problem. It's their problem. You have so much, honestly, if I could, your life is so beautiful. You've got so much potential, all of us. I wish I could show everybody the other side and say, look, this is what you're missing. You don't have to drown in your emotions of Maya. You don't need to. You're better than that. You're pure. Thank you. Meditate, please. Sangat. Sangat, Sangat, Sangat. Be aware of the Sangat that you keep. Wrong Sangat, they will drown you. Right Sangat will emancipate you. You make that choice. There is no other way. The divine cannot be bought with money and wise words. Govinda, he's only hungry for love, respect, and love. Thank you.